So everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I have not done a live show like this in a moment, and it is within good reason. I've been extremely busy. Now, this is not a planned show to say the least, but I'm just going to try to touch on a few topics that is of interest to me and may be of interest to you. So, let me know in the comment section where you're watching from. How are you coping amidst this whole COVID thing? Will you be taking the job if and when it becomes available to you? Those are some of the core things that I really want to talk about today. Now, before we touch on that, I'm just going to wait until a few people come on live. Yeah, so a lot of things been going on, and what I find lately is people mental capacity in this time, in this era, in this age is really being affected. We see a lot of erratic behavior over the past few weeks from different varying people, particularly those who have made mindless and senseless attack on our policemen and women. It shows a level of frustration. It also shows that people are just tired and frustrated, and it's just a whole different level of mind game right now. People have lost their jobs. People have to be worrying about where their next meal is coming from. So I get sometimes why is it why things are the way they are, but it doesn't make it any easier. We see that crime and violence has significantly increased, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Me see it with my own two eyes. So we have to be legit concerns about these things, and I mean, how do we solve these problems as they arrive? Uh, these are unprecedented times. Like I said, COVID still a keep. Um, Let me see if I can tell you what the numbers are. So today we recorded 419 COVID positives, and at a rate of 37%, and we had 5 deaths. That is insane. I do hope y'all are hearing me clearly, so please let me know in the comment section if you are hearing me clearly. Thank you in advance. Now, like I said, I'm not going to be here for very long, so I'm just going to touch on a few stories that I think needs to be made mention of. And chief among them is the 5 persons who were killed recently. It is alleged or stated by the police that 5 men engaged them in gunfight in Augustown recently, and all of whom succumbed to their injuries. Take a listen. The security forces went into the hills of Bedwood Gardens in St. Andrew before daybreak, in what they described as a targeted operation for the Berry Gang.
We also have among the persons identified O'Neill Dixon, O.C. Dede, he's 24. We have Jelani Palmer, he's 22. Tafari Dell, O.C. Johnny, 22. Akeem McLean, O.C. Tillo, and he's age 20.
The police said that during the operation, 5 men engaged them in gunfire, all of whom were shot and killed. One soldier was injured in the process. The police says Speng, or Colin Magnus, who was the leader of the gang, was also among the 5 who was killed. The police says that they seized several guns from the crime scene,
ranging from high-powered weapons, submachine guns, and pistols, a number of assorted ammunition, and they also found a number of cell phones. They also found a location that they believe is to be one of the operating base that they operate from.
The police says in recent times, the gang members have been provoking residents in the neighboring Augustown community.
That's what happened on Sunday night, because the intent that they had was to come across into Augustown in particular spaces that their rival gang members are, to carry out reprisals and other acts of criminality. So we have to be very steadfast in preserving that and creating that type of buffer.
And the residents in neighboring communities says that they are most displeased with the conduct in how the police and soldier operated.
All of those who killed were gangsters and were wanted.
No.
Me don't know of that, sir.
Man, I never wanted. When people wanted,
I don't know of that if nobody at all wanted. Me don't know if nobody did wanted. Me don't know of that because my son wasn't a wanted man.
So there you have it, folks. Residents in the community are displeased with the behavior of the security forces. They said that they acted irrational and a bit harsh with them in the community. But this is the thing. You see, what we can't understand with us Jamaicans is that we will see the crime, we will see the devastation that these quote unquote criminals are putting down on the community, and you yourself as a resident might be terrorized by these people, and when the police come in and finally decided to do them job, now they're going to be criticized. Like, pick a struggle, people, because I really cannot understand how we are as a society. 5 young men, all of these men, all of these boys, as a matter of fact, were them not even reached 30 yet. A gang leader was among them 27. I mean, these are all young men. Where did we go wrong as a society for these boys to decide that, hey, I'm not going to pursue a lifelong career. I'm not going to pursue something that can put legit food on my table, and decide that them are going to take on badness, decide that them are going to rob and loot and shoot and kill people for them things. Me not get it. Where did we go wrong as a society? And we really and truly need to think about all of those things and try to solve them, because this is not an isolated incident. This is not an isolated situation. It's happening everywhere in Jamaica. You go right, you go left. You hear some gang down there, so you hear some whatever down there. So, and these are all young, able-bodied boys, and some of them, I dare say, are very academically inclined. Some of them, I dare say, have great potential, but they found an avenue, they found criminality, they found that lifestyle to be more effective, and I just don't understand it. So, like I said, as a society, we need to figure this out, and we need to figure it out quickly so that we can just put a stop to this madness, because we are losing our young men and women because of crazy situation like these. And these boys, I don't get it too. Like, some of them, when them say them have quote unquote gang issues or whatever, it's usually about nothing, and people caught in the middle, caught in the crossfire, become a victim of stupid circumstances. So again, we need to find out, as a society, we need to find a solution. We need to find a means, and we need to find ways in redirecting our young boy and young women into a more positive way of life. So that's my 2 cents on that. I think it's unfortunate that 5 individuals had to lose their life because of the life they decide that they are going to live. But like I've always said, when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. It's just rather unfortunate that you had to pay with your life. Yeah. Now, a lot of conspiracy theories have been circulating about the vaccine. I know that there is a lot that is being said in relation to the vaccine. We recently got our first shipment of vaccine from India, the AstraZeneca vaccine. We would have heard recently that some countries, like I think I don't remember the name of the country, would have withdrawn shipment of the AstraZeneca vaccine because of speculations or reports that they have been causing blood clots. Now, our government here is saying that we are going to go ahead with this AstraZeneca vaccine. Please bear in mind that the government have signed a levy in stating that if anybody who is adversely affected by this vaccine, that there can be no recourse in terms of legal response to it. So I am not an anti-vaxxer. I will certainly be taking the vaccine if and when it becomes available to me, you know. But we cannot in any way, shape, or form negate or ignore some of these conspiracy theories as they would like to have it. So, like I said, Jamaica received its first dose of the vaccine, and a number of persons would have this week gotten the opportunity to take the jab and take a listen.
It is a historic day, and it represents a major shift in the approach now that vaccines are available. And we believe could signal the beginning of the end.
Hundreds of Jamaicans were this week inoculated. Marcia Thomas Yetman was the first to receive one of the 2 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine. She is a senior public health nurse.
My greatest consideration was my fear of needles. That was my thought, God, injection. But then when I think of the benefits, that took precedence in terms of what it's going to do for me and my family, and for the other persons that I may come in contact with.
The second was Denise Eldemeyer Shearer.
Thank God. It's a relief. It was an awesome experience. The organization here is fantastic. Keeping also with all of the protocols, so the social distancing, the mask, and of course the sanitizing. The shot does not hurt. Little burn does not hurt, no more than any other vaccine. And it's the start of freedom.
Along with former Prime Minister Bruce Golding and his wife.
The only criticism I have, Minister, is that unlike when you go and give blood, they didn't offer me any red stripe.
But then, on a serious note,
all Jamaicans, as soon as the opportunity is available, take the vaccine. Don't pay any attention to the propaganda, the conspiracy nonsense that Bill Gates trying to kill our black people and all this rubbish.
And another Prime Minister, P.J. Patterson.
There is no reason whatsoever why people should not accept the vaccine when it is available.
Dr. Tufton says that the plan is to vaccinate 17,000 persons over the next few weeks.
Our aim in the next 7 days is to inoculate some 17,000 persons over the next 7 days. So we're targeting 17,000, continuing with our priority groups, healthcare workers first, and depending on how far we get in that group, then we move to the uniform officers of the constabulary and the JDF, which has already started.
So that was Prime Minister. That was Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton. And as you heard, the plan is for the next coming weeks, they want to inoculate 17,000 persons, starting with the 1% in So there was a lot of issue or spatter on the varying social media platform, stating some of the concerns or some of the arguments were that the persons who would have gotten the first dosage of vaccine were the 1% or persons in high society who really and truly don't need a vaccine. And that's an argument in itself. I get where most of you are coming from, but I'm going to give the government the benefit of the doubt in believing that this was all planned. According to Tufton, though, he said that based on the fact that these people are influential individuals taking the vaccine, it would encourage other persons to do the same. I don't know if this method is going to work or if it's bullshit placed on a platter for us to all eat with knife and fork. But for those of you who would have consumed or want to digest that particular argument, well, have at it. We knew it would have happened this way. We saw it coming from a mile away. So when it did happen, it was indeed no surprise to me. Like I said, I am not an anti-vaxxer. And if and when the vaccine becomes available to me, then I will certainly be taking it. But for those of you who are wondering, well, why aren't the bigger heads taking the vaccine? Well, according to Holness and Tufton, well, according to the health minister, he is saying that they will not be taking the vaccine not until April. According to, let me get the article right here, people. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton are not scheduled to take the COVID-19 vaccine before the next month unless the pace of the current rollout significantly improve. This news come as leading public health experts insist it is now critical that the two political figures leading the pandemic response take the vaccine to boost public confidence amid concern. So persons are saying, well, if you want me to take the vaccine, and I am of this view strongly, that if you want me to take the vaccine, if you want me to have this great confidence in believing that this vaccine is indeed good and is indeed without side effects, well, for a person who is instigating and who is perpetuating this thing, why aren't you the first to line up to take the vaccine? That to me is a grave red flag, and I am, of course, with my doubts now that I've seen this particular article. It's unreal. Like, how is it that you are not going to take the vaccine when you are the one leading the charge? No, brother, no sanky no sing. So I believe that you should have been the first and foremost in the line for take the vaccine, for instill confidence in the general public in stating that, hey, people, nothing wrong here, so. Nothing is wrong, yeah, so. But no. Uno decides to not take the vaccine until we are woy. So I will take the vaccine until we are woy. When me see with my own two eye, no public sham, no, with my own two eye, me have absolute confidence that you people have taken the vaccine. Until then, I am risking it right through. All right, so the last story that I'm going to touch on is this particular one, which is a hell of a mess. All right, so according to information, this man in question, who is referred to as Kaka, disarmed and then shot a police officer and then escaped from the hospital. The police have launched a manhunt for Ricardo Richards, otherwise called Kaka, who escaped from the National Chest Hospital. The Jamaican Constabulary Force, on social media posts, says that Richards disarmed a policeman and shot him before escaping. My word, my God, my parable, my sentence. Like, are these policemen just incompetent for incompetence sake? Because I cannot understand, how is it that you are guarding a dangerous criminal and you are not going to be on your goddamn guard? Like, in which universe does these things happen? I am going to assume that I know just one police officer was left to guard this man, but you know what? This is Jamaica, so anything is indeed possible. So I'm just going to leave it at that. The story is developing indeed, so we will just wait and see until I get more information to relate to you, John Public. So yeah, that's it for me tonight. I am going to call it a day. I thank each and every person who would have come online to view and to partake in on the discussion that we were having about COVID-19. I hope that all of you will indeed make good sense to prevail with, of course, proper information and take the vaccine as it becomes available. It is the start of the end to a global crisis. I know there is this strong conspiracy theory out there, and I have to relate that this new world order, that the government or the world system creates a problem to become the solution, and by becoming the solution, we as citizens automatically give up our rights and our freedoms to facilitate in this ridding ourselves of this problem. So people, not because it's a conspiracy doesn't mean it's not real. Listen with good ears, take what you can from some of these conspiracy theories, but like I said, let good sense prevail. I am going to leave it at that. Until next time, I thank each and every single person who participated, who tuned in, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, take time, and walk in peace.